I'm just gonna go kill myself.
I'm gonna kill myself!
Wow.
I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
I really don't know what that was. Like, the entire game, it was just bad football. It was just bad football. Undisciplined, penalty-ridden, bad football. And the Cardinals shot themselves in the foot once again. This is back-to-back weeks in very winnable games where we fold under pressure, and we knew Minnesota down the stretch was going to be a good football team. They have showed that all season long, and this is no different. Sam Darnold finds Aaron Jones in the final minutes of the game, and then guess what? Kyler Murray got strip sacked as well, and then things just continued to pile on. Things went bad, the Cardinals folded, and we lost this game ourselves. There's no one else to blame but us. Drew Petzing, by the way, what are you doing? Why are we playing the most conservative football I've ever seen in my life? Like, for some reason, you are just like, I don't even know, man. I don't have the words for Drew Petzing. He causes me so much damage, and Kyler Bird on Twitter could not have put this any better. Do you have a P.O. box I can send my bill for emotional mother? Drew, you have done so much irreparable damage. It is insane. It's conservative football, and if we don't play a bad team, it shows that we can't pass the ball well. We can't run the ball well. Like, in spurts, we had a pretty good game. Like, Kyler overall played pretty decent. He had 2 interceptions. That's bad, but one of them was just a throwaway to Byron Murphy, I believe, on 4th down where, you know, the former Cardinal gets an interception. That's not great, but then Kyler at the end of the game also throws up a prayer just hoping it gets answered, and it was intercepted. Like, both of those picks, it's not game-changing. They're not game-altering things. One was basically just a punt, and the other one was at the end of the game where you have to make something work on 4th down. So Kyler, 2 interceptions on the stats, but overall played pretty well, got us to the red zone, and then, of course, penalties shot us in the foot, killed all momentum, and we are the Arizona Cardinal field goal merchants. That's what we are. We cannot score touchdowns right now. Drew Petzing is playing so conservative. It's like we're not playing to win. We're just playing not to lose, and that is unacceptable in the NFL. If that's how you're playing, you're going to be in a very deep deficit, and there were some things that we did positively, but offensively, you can't get to the red zone and put up 1 touchdown. And on the 1 touchdown we had, Marvin Harrison had an absolutely ridiculous touchdown, though. I will give him credit here, and Kyler, absolutely ridiculous ball placement. Phenomenal. I love this. This is what we need to see more of. Drew Petzing, stop being conservative. Attack. You have weapons. It's like we don't want to score touchdowns. It's like, hey, you know what? We have opportunity at points here. Let's just, run the ball, play conservative football, and make sure we actually walk away with something. When in reality, if you're playing that way and that's how you continuously do it, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, because this Minnesota offense is one of the best in the league. They have threats. They have weapons. Aaron Jones gave us 2 fumbles. We recovered one of them and did nothing with it. Shot ourselves in the foot on that red zone possession as well, where we got the ball inside their 15-yard line, and we go 10 yards back instantly. Like, just penalties. Penalties everywhere. Pair that with the offensive line struggles as well. And Tip Ryman, yeah, for some reason today was just not your day, man. 3 false starts, I believe a holding call. He's just a penalty man today, and it was just not a good game to have that, because we're already playing very undisciplined for whatever reason. Holdings, false starts, and then you have Tip Ryman out here just doing every one of those things. Like, it's just so unfortunate. I feel like the Cardinals were gifted a win here, and for some reason we just did not take it. Aaron Jones gave us fumbles, 2 fumbles, one of which we recovered. The defense playing out of their mind, could not capitalize. It's just things that are unexcusable at this point. If you want to make the playoffs, you have to make these plays. And now Seattle, here they are, 7-5, came back against the Jets. Leonard Williams got a pick 6. Now they stay on top of the NFC West very comfortably, because not only did they win over us, but they beat the Jets, like I said, and we dropped the game to the Vikings that we absolutely not should have lost, and instead, here we are, man. And now we need the 49ers and the Rams to lose, otherwise we are in a very bad spot. So it just sucks, it's unfortunate. If you look at the stats today, I mean, some things did go pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, if you don't put up points and you don't put up touchdowns and you're settling for field goals like we did all day long, or you're not going to win many games. James Conner, 17 for 68. He had so many plays behind the line of scrimmage where he was just getting popped, and the offensive line was not blocking for him, was not giving him lanes, and somehow he still averaged 4 yards a carry. So shout out to him. I did not think he had this good of a game. Kyler, 7 carries, 48 yards, was killing them. Trey Benson, 3 for 20 when he came in, made some impact plays, a lot of garbage yards. Same with Amari DeMarcado, 3 for 12. Doesn't really matter. Greg Dortch, 1 for 6, who has been very underwhelming, by the way. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but Greg Dortch has not been great. We can pull up the receiving numbers, though, because Trey McBride continues to feast. Clearly Kyler Murray's favorite target, 12 receptions, 96 yards. Marvin Harrison, fantastic game as well. 5 receptions, 60 yards, and the touchdown we showcased earlier. Michael Wilson, some big-time catches, 5 receptions, 55 yards. Made a lot of contested grabs. Michael Wilson played great. Elijah Higgins, 2 for 23, not a very bad game, and then everyone after that just disappointing. Then you see Greg Dortch on the bottom, who I thought was going to break out this year. 2 receptions for a yard. Just very disappointing football from his end, and a lot of that could be due to Drew Petzing. Like, I just don't feel like he's scheming him right, because I see somebody like Khalil Shakir in Buffalo thrive, and I think Greg Dortch put in a similar role could have some production like that. He can make people miss an open field. He just doesn't really get targets, or just doesn't really get like fantastic drawn up plays for him to actually get a designed catch. The offense is very scheme reliant on the run and getting the tight end involved. Like, sometimes Marvin Harrison and Michael Wilson don't even get involved. So it's a very interesting scheme we're running here. And yes, it does work sometimes. I completely understand that. Drew Petzing, I have apologized. Like, you have won us some games. You've gotten us in position. If you put us in position to actually score touchdowns this game and didn't play conservative, it would have been a way better game. But you didn't. You played conservative. You pulled off the brakes. You slammed them, actually. You were okay taking field goals today, and that was the problem. We marched the ball down the field. That wasn't the issue. We could not capitalize. This was a Vikings team, too, one of the best defenses in the league, and we were able to march like that. Just very disappointing, and especially when Sean Murphy-Bunting was playing that good in the first half too. I'm going to give him his flowers, because I have been a hater on Sean Murphy-Bunting this season. I'm not going to lie. I have just kept it real. He did great in the first half. Justin Jefferson was non-existent. This defense was playing
sensational
football all game long. That first half, incredible. Lights out. And we folded, man. If we put up touchdowns early on, this game would have got so out of hand, it would not have been funny, and we would have walked away so comfortably. But we kept them in it, and we let them have it. That also gives credit to Minnesota, because they were resilient, they showed fight, they showed effort, and without that, they would not have been here. And Sam Darnold made some of the craziest throws I've ever seen, man. Dude was getting slapped in the pocket, complete pressured, and he was throwing into very tight windows over people, overhand extended. Like, just ridiculous throws, ridiculous plays. And Sam Darnold, you got to give him credit, because he helped them come back, and he was a huge reason, if not the reason, they were in this position today to win. Looking at the team stats, you can clearly tell the Cardinals did play better on every aspect. We had more yards, third down efficiency, we played way better. Fourth down, we didn't convert our only 1. Total plays, you guys see, we dominated, having 26 more. Sacks allowed, we only allowed 1. Punts, we only punted 1 time, but 10 freaking penalties, like I said, have killed our drives. 2 interceptions thrown, like I said, don't really mean much. They weren't very impactful interceptions, if that makes sense. And then 11 more minutes in time of possession. The Cardinals should have won this game. On paper, it looks like we dominated them. 1 for 8 on third down for Minnesota. Defense was balling. It is almost inexcusable that we walk away with a loss here, but we do. Pretty Arizona typical fashion. And then you could also go back to that one play call where Chad Ryland, where I believe it was 16 to 13. We ended up going up 19 to 13. It was 4th and 5 on the goal. So 4th and goal with 5 yards to go. We didn't go for it. I really think you should. I think you should go super aggressive there. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. They flip field. They have to go 95 yards. That's fine. I would have rather had that, if I'm being honest, than Minnesota, whose offense was clearly heating up, just going down the field and marching. If they do it 95 yards, so be it. The defense is playing great. That's a lot of room to work with. And if they kick a field goal to tie it, we go to overtime. Cool. But if we score that touchdown, it is game sealing. It is game over. And I understand why you take the field goal. But me personally, I hate that call. I would have pounded it in, or at least attempted to go for that. 4th and 5 from the goal. And I don't know. You guys can let me know. That one is controversial, but I would have much rather had them go 95 than 70. That's me personally, especially when the offense was heating up. Taking a look at Minnesota stats, man, as you guys see, Sam Darnold, huge reason to why they won this game. 21 for 31, 235 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He played an exceptional game today. Aaron Jones, 5 carries, 22 yards. They didn't run the ball a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Like, as you guys see, they have 9 carries from both of their running backs. They piled on 44 yards. Sam Darnold had 22. That makes 66 and 68 total with Ty Chandler's, but those were just non-existent carries. Those don't really matter. Justin Jefferson still got active, 7 receptions, 99 yards. He got active in that second half and started feasting a little bit. Jordan Addison, 4 for 54. TJ Hawkinson, 3 for 28, made some crucial catches down the line. And the Vikings are on top. This loss does hurt me, man. Minnesota is a really good football team, so it's nice to know that we were in this. But like the fact we didn't win it hurts me so much because I believe full-heartedly that we should have. Like, we folded this game, and Minnesota Vikings fans, you let me know if you agree with that. But like, based on the way that game went, there's no reason the Cardinals should not have won with how badly you guys performed. And you guys showed resiliency, like I said, so you guys do deserve to win, because like at the end of the day, if you get the win, you get the win. Like, there's no excuse for that. But I'm just saying, the way the Cardinals played, we should have won. We killed ourselves with penalties. We killed ourselves everywhere, and we just were super conservative and just field goal reliant, and that's our fault at the end of the day. Minnesota played with the cards they were dealt, and they came out on top. Super big win for them, and the Cardinals dropped a super critical loss. But we can control what we got to control. We have a pretty easy schedule going forward, but we have to win the games we're supposed to win. If we play down to their level, we are going to miss the playoffs, and it's not going to be close. We have to almost be perfect for the rest. We can lose like one more, but outside of that, we have to continue to win. We cannot lose. We're on a 2-game losing streak. Unacceptable. But with that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video, man. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this down in the comment section below. I'm hurt, man. Seattle coming out on top with a win, too, against the Jets and coming back. That stings even more, but it is what it is, man. You can control what you can control going forward. You can't harp on the losses going back. You have to move forward. We have a couple games that we should win. Let's lock in. Hopefully we get it done. Like I said, that is going to wrap up today's video. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL related content, so if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. But like I said, man, that is all I got for today's video. Let me know down in the comment section, like I said, how you guys are feeling about this game. But it's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.